Hi guys! So today I decided to try a new format of the video. So please let me know in the comments below if you've enjoyed it, if it was helpful, and if you want me to continue. And let's go! Today I'm gonna give you 8 tips for traveling to Japan. Tip number 1, always carry cash with you. I had this idea that Japan is very technologically advanced country, which is true in a way, but at the same time, yeah, unfortunately, the reality is that in some places, and I would even say in most of them, you can't pay by card or by Apple Pay, NFC. You just need to use cash. And I can tell you the story that happened to us in the very beginning. So we just landed. We came from Korea, where we pretty much could pay by card anywhere. And we needed to buy tickets from Osaka airport to Kyoto, where we were staying. And we waited a long queue until we made it to the cashier. And we asked, like, what kind of tickets can we buy? And she told us, okay, so there are two options, regular tickets, which are kind of expensive. And the second option is a promotional ticket for tourists. And the price was quite impressive, so it was definitely a good deal for us. And the thing is that we could pay by card for the first option, but for the promotional tickets, we couldn't, which was surprising. So we needed to go to ATM to withdraw money, then come back and kind of be embarrassed in front of the others, people waiting in line, because some of them wouldn't know that we actually waited all the way. So this is surprising. Why can I pay for one option by card and can't pay for it for the other one? Well, surprising, hard to explain, but this is the reality. Tip number 2, always take passport with you. So if you are planning to do some shopping in Japan and you want to do it tax-free, which you are actually eligible for, I would give you an advice to always take passport with you, even just in case. Because the way it works, you wouldn't even need to do duty free afterwards in the airport, for example. You can do it straight away and pay less, and it actually can save you a lot of money. So, this is an important tip. Keep that in mind. Tip number 3, always keep in mind that you will need to carry trash with you. So, the thing is that in Japan, it's uncommon to have trash bins on the street. The only way to get rid of the trash if you are not at home or not at your Airbnb is to go to the convenience store, buy something, and then you can get rid of the trash. Tip number 4, buy tap and go transportation card. So I feel that this is a very important tip because public transportation is very well developed in Japan and very easy to use. This transportation card, it's working like in every transport pretty much. Each prefecture in Japan has its own transportation card, but actually it's not a problem because it's going to be working in the other prefectures as well. It can be bought like at the convenience store, and let's say that by the end of the trip you decide that you don't need it anymore and you don't want to save it for the next trip, and you always can exchange it for cash. Tip number 5, taxis are super expensive in Japan, so just use public transportation. Public transportation is very well developed in Japan, so you wouldn't have any inconvenience with that, but you're gonna save a lot of money. Tip number 6, it's legal to drink alcohol on the streets. So don't worry if you want to buy, for example, a beer in the convenience store and just drink it on the go. That's totally fine. You wouldn't be fined for that. Tip number 7. If you buy an iPhone in Japan, you wouldn't be allowed to take pictures with the sound off. Tip number 8. Tattoos are forbidden in onsen and swimming pools. What happened to us in Kobe? We went to a random onsen, and everyone seemed very chilled inside. There was an automatic machine where you could buy a ticket, and no one questioned us. So we decided, okay, we wouldn't probably see that my husband has a big tattoo that covers his arm, and we kind of sneaked in, but we were a little bit stressed because, like, just knowing that in most of the onsen we wouldn't be allowed. So we sneaked in, and then my husband told me that he was he actually felt quite relaxed when he saw a guy who was covered with tattoos from his head to his toes. But on the other hand, it was quite obvious that he is one of Yakuza's. So this is like a downside. But some onsen are known for Yakuza's using them. So they're more chilled about tattoos. The question is, do you want to experience that? Are you courageous enough? Well, that's a question for you. Thank you very much for being here with me. I'm eager to hear in the comments below, how do you feel about this video? Was it helpful? Do you want more of this kind of content? And yeah, please give this video a like if you've enjoyed it. Please share it with your friends who are planning traveling to Japan, and see you in the next video. Bye.